I would like to welcome all series fans to our channel. This is not just a selection of series, but a service to save the weekend. Today I have prepared for you a selection of series that everyone should watch. The selection is multi-genre, so you have to watch all the way through to the end so you don't miss anything. In the comments, you can agree or disagree with the selection and share your favorite show. Subscribe, click on the bell. I will be very pleased for your attention, and I begin. Opening today's selection is a Turkish series. Aziz. Two lonely people meet in the big city of Istanbul, Cardal and Aziz. Cardal is from a dark world, but one day a beautiful and cheerful girl named Aziz enters his dark life as a ray of light. By coincidence, they both have to live in the same house, which holds a great secret. Despite the completely opposite characters, Aziz and Cardal fall in love with each other, but on the way of lovers stand seemingly insurmountable obstacles. However, there is nothing stronger than love, which recognizes neither arguments nor circumstances. If you have already watched this series, please write a comment review. Polaris. Kuzi and Yildiz were in love with each other, were going to get married with the blessing of parents. Everything was going fine, but Kuzi before the wedding went to Istanbul, from his native village, to study at the university. In Istanbul, the young man was fascinated by the student life, the atmosphere of the big city. He found another girl and married her. Yildiz stayed alone in the village. 20 years passed. Fate boomeranged on Kuzi. His wife bankrupted him and left him alone with 3 daughters. Kuzi has nothing to do but to return to his native land with his family. If you have already watched this series, please write a comment. The Osman Foundation is the continuation of the series Risen Ertugrul. The era of Ertugrul is coming to an end. He is replaced by another, the era of Osman, his son. Osman would successfully continue his father's work, creating the vast Ottoman Empire, which would expand its borders over the centuries. Expanding its borders. The series will tell about how the great Osman Bey lived, how he founded the empire, about his family and his children. Osman awaits great trials, love, hate, losses, conquests, betrayal of close friends. My name is Melek. Melek fell in love and married Alpi. 3 children were born to them. However, Melek is unhappy in marriage. Her beloved husband turned out to be a despot who beats and makes life unbearable. But because of the traditions observed in their region, and because Alpi is from a powerful family, she cannot leave him. One day Melek takes the children and runs away to Istanbul, where she begins to build a new life. There she meets Halil, who helps and supports her in everything. Favorite past. The series tells about 3 sisters hiding a big secret. The girls lived happily, each with her own life. One of them is a singer, the second is a doctor, the third is the heiress of a huge fortune. One day the girls receive a letter saying that they are sisters. The girls decide to meet and get to know each other, because they grew up separately, each in a different city. Love makes you cry. 2 young people, Yusuf and Ada, live in a small village and fall in love with each other. But Ada's uncle, who raised her from a young age when she was orphaned, has very different plans for her. He wants to marry her off to a rich and powerful man, twice her age. Ada begs her uncle not to give her away for an unloved man, but he is categorical, as he has already agreed with him about everything. When her uncle beats Ada for disobedience, and the pretender to her hand threatens Yusuf, the young lovers have nothing to do but run away to Istanbul, where they also await a lot of problems. If you have already watched this series, please write a comment review. TV series The Marvelous Doctor is a remake of the American series The Good Doctor. Ollie lived in a small village, but because of the fact that the boy was born with a deviant developmental disabilities, his father takes him to an orphanage. Ollie has savantism, a syndrome of the so-called scholarly idiot, in which have outstanding abilities in one or more areas of knowledge, contrasted with an overall limited personality. Ollie is brilliant at medicine. Therefore, he enters and graduates from medical university, and then becomes an amazing surgeon in one of the prestigious private clinics. Wounded birds. Mariam and her little brother Omer lived a quiet and peaceful life, but after the return of their father from prison, their lives are turned upside down. Their father cares only about one thing: how to make easy money. He decides to use his son he will steal for him under the guise of a game. Omer is sent to the yacht of the rich businessman Levent to take out some valuable things. On his way out, Omer takes a small jewelry box, and this particular box is very dear to Levent. He keeps it in memory of his wife and son, whom he lost. Child. The series tells about mothers who are ready to make any sacrifice for the well-being of their child. Aki has a son named F, but due to difficult life circumstances, she gives him to Shula, the daughter-in-law of a rich family who is unable to give birth. F becomes the family's favorite and heir to a huge fortune. Everyone cherishes and nurtures him. Shul raises him as her own son, but until she suddenly becomes pregnant. And then she faces the choice of whose child should be the heir. My Sweet Lie. It all starts with a little sweet lie. After his wife left him, Nijat alone brought up his daughter Kairid. He spoils her in every possible way and keeps her safe from all bad things. While she was small, he easily coped with everything, but the girl grows up and begins to ask questions about her mother. Nijat, in order not to upset Kairid, tells her sweet lies. He writes her letters on behalf of her mother. One day, Kyra insists to meet her mother. If you like what I do not forget to support me by subscribing and liking. Also feel free to add me in the comments if I missed something interesting and write what series you plan to watch in the first place. Thank you all for watching and see you soon with a new video.